Hello there, English 9. Today we're going to talk about clauses. I hope you all did well on your test yesterday. I'm coming back from Florida tomorrow, so for now you will have to learn via video. Like I said, today we're going to talk about clauses, and for your purposes, our goal today is to understand and identify the difference between independent and subordinate clauses. But to do that, we first have to review our conjunctions. Now you'll remember that there's a lot of different types of conjunctions. There's three, actually. Two of them matter here: coordinating and subordinating conjunctions. Coordinating conjunctions is the technical title for what we've been calling fanboys: for, and, nor, but, or, yet, and so. And those conjunctions will join two independent clauses to complete sentences. That's all that they do for the purpose of sentence structure, that is. Subordinating conjunctions are a little bit more challenging. First of all, because there's not an acronym like fanboys that'll help us remember them, but also because there's a wide variety of conjunctions that work as subordinating conjunctions. These are words that will start a subordinate clause. And this is the kind of word that you can think of that if that word wasn't there, what remained would still be a sentence. So in this example, because I like to read, because is the subordinate conjunction. If I took the word because out, I would have a complete sentence. I like to read. But the word because makes it an incomplete sentence. It makes it subordinate or depending on something else. So to learn our subordinating conjunctions, we simply need to write down a list. This is not an all-inclusive list, but these are some of the most common subordinating conjunctions. So if you would, pause the video, take a moment, and write down these words. Alright, so now that you have that list, we can talk about the two different kinds of clauses. The first is called an independent clause. This is a clause or a group of words that has a subject and verb that will express a complete thought and can stand alone as a simple sentence all by itself. So for example, many people like or love to read about their personalities. That's a complete sentence, and so I would call that an independent clause. On the other hand, a subordinate clause, subordinate means dependent, or if you think about it, it needs something else to be complete, which means it does not express a complete thought and it cannot stand alone as a complete sentence. It will have its own subject and verb. That subject is sometimes a pronoun like the word who or that, but it's not a complete sentence because it doesn't express a complete thought, usually because of that subordinating conjunction. So if you look at these examples, if current studies are correct, if is your conjunction, but it's not a complete sentence by itself. Same thing for because I like to read and when I go to the store. Not complete sentences, but they do have their own subject and verb. So in essence, or in review, a complete sentence is an independent clause. A sentence fragment that has a subject and a verb but lacks a complete thought is something we would call a subordinate clause. Now for the rest of class, I want you guys to work on a worksheet where you have to tell the difference between independent and subordinate clauses, and I will see you tomorrow.